shoot him in the head and claim self-defense, I'm a little intrigued.
A small announcement. I made the announcement in the debate class last week, and I already have 2 applications, but I did want the entire team to know that I'm hiring 1, maybe 2 people for a small job this summer.
Ooh.
And I would like to take applications. You have to be enrolled, however. If you're graduated, you are
Out the door.
out the door. Goodbye. Adios. Hasta la vista. But if you're still enrolled. I also, when do, let's see, when does Fabiola come?
She's in transit.
In transit, okay.
Who's that?
Yeah.
I want to say publicly that because of your qualifying for nationals, that the forensics program will be pleased to pay your tuition for this coming year for both the IE and the big class. The forensics program will be proud to have you. Fabiola, you walked in just in time for an announcement that concerns you because you qualified for nationals. The forensics program will be pleased to pay your tuition for this coming year for IE and debate. And you should have already seen something on the books regarding the matter that we talked about last semester in terms of.
Irving might have a,
What?
because of his dual major status.
She already
I
possibly
think
ready for.
I mentioned to you that his advisor
So it
was.
should be going through.
Well,
should
if
have
your
already
advisor will
should
commit,
be
you might explain that the forensics program will pay your tuition. I also, I know we've got business to conduct, and I'm glad you've had a chance to relax and eat and look at all that good food.
Too much.
We've got to say something about homemade bread.
Oh, yeah.
Homemade. At any rate, I wanted to make a few presentations, which is traditional for this time of year. The first presentation is to our graduating seniors who represented us so well at the Pi Kappa Delta National Tournament. Now, it would help if I had unscrambled these before. These are the Pi Kappa Delta Honorary National Fraternity Honor Cords, which I chose to have the program pay for this time because of the outstanding service Star and Michelle have given to the team. So oftentimes I make people pay for their honor cords, but in your case, ladies, you earned them. You went and represented us at Pi Kappa Delta among all your other outstanding accomplishments, and you both did very well there, and so it's my great pleasure as chapter sponsor to present you with your honor cords.
Thank
Just
you.
matches your outfit.
Me too.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Now those.
There it goes with the dress, Michelle.
Yeah,
Yours
perfect,
does.
perfect. Well, it goes with the tattoo.
That's for sure.
You all who have not yet joined should know that Pi Kappa Delta is a lifetime membership, 1 membership fee. You're in it for life, and it's very good on resumes. And literally, everybody in this room is either already a member or is eligible to join. And it's, as I say, nice on resumes. What is it, 35 or 40? I forget. The yearly, well, I think the national is 35 unless it's gone up. And then the yearly dues for our local chapter is $5 a year. So the first time when you join, it's a cool $40. And after that, $5 a year until you graduate or whatever. At any rate, I do want you all to think about the fact that you might want to be a member of a national honorary fraternity. It is the oldest fraternity for forensics activities in the United States. And women and Mike, you all attended the national, which was also a great celebration. Would you say that term, it was worth your time, Mike?
That had to be one of the best trips I have ever taken.
There you
Certainly
go.
had to be with the well-behaved group. That
We
was
did do
good.
our best.
And absolutely, I was just taken back by the hospitality of the university and
Good stuff.
the city. And
I actually applied to a law school there because I like the place so much.
You
yeah,
know,
it was lovely. That
I love
was
St.
the-
Louis. I love St. Louis, and my mother started taking us to that museum when I was a child, my brother and I, at least once a year, she would kick my stepfather into driving us up to St. Louis to the St. Louis Art Museum. And it's one of the great memories of my childhood. Only later did I discover Tower Grove Park and the Missouri Botanical Gardens, which I understand you all didn't get to see, but for another trip.
Yeah, I would say we got there on the one good day. We chose the perfect day to do it.
I'm so glad. So glad. You know, Joe Medina, who's a graduate of our program, and who he and I together put together a proposal that got Joe an all expenses paid master's degree to any university in the United States, and also a week at the most phenomenal conference center I ever saw in my born days. We all sat there. It was a special thing for minority scholars by the Rockefeller Brothers Fund. We all sat at every meal trying to figure out what on earth we were eating. It was so gourmet that none of us could figure it out. It was a phenomenal thing. Joe was on one of the early trips to St. Louis. I remember he did Kiss of the Spider Woman and took big prizes for that, you can imagine. And I took them to the Missouri Botanical Gardens. He went nuts over the giant koi pond and these enormous, huge, incredible goldfish is what they are, they're carp. And it was a marvelous thing. At any rate, I love St. Louis. Pi Kappa Delta, ladies, say a word or two. Do you think that was worth your $40?
I had a blast.
Yeah.
I had a blast.
Yeah. And you see the whole country there.
Yeah, you get an
It is
opportunity
the most
to see everybody.
representative national tournament in forensics that we have. It's far more representative. So you see the true face of forensics in the United States. Anybody who wanted to make a career out of coaching forensics, you get an idea of the great variety of jobs out there for coaches. So, my second award of the day, and then we're going to turn to that paperwork, I imagine, huh? We have not one, not two. Where'd Carlos go?
Carlos!
We have not one, not two, not three,
I'm gonna head into the office.
but 4 graduates to celebrate. And some of these graduates have been working on their degrees for a while. And it is a wonderful achievement. Get yourself back in here, Carlos. I'm talking about graduates now. Graduating seniors, in the case of some of you, and people getting other degrees in the case of another person. At any rate, it is my pleasure and the pleasure of the forensics program to present you all with solid wood trophy frames. Solid wood diploma frames.
Ah, get it?
Star.
Well, thank
In no
you.
particular order, there is a frame for your diploma.
Hug me.
Oh, well. Thank you. Does that mean that I hug the men too?
Thank you.
Michelle,
Thank you, man.
come on down, lady.
That's real cool.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Carlos,
Go in mine.
come on down. Carlos has worked for the program ever since he was a baby freshman. I remember him saying, "No, I don't have any experience, but if you hire me, you'll never be sorry. I will work for you." Congratulations. There you go.
Would that be a point of personal privilege or?
Mike has finished his master's degree this year. Come here.
Yeah. Get a hug.
Oh, such a pleasure to work with you. May it go on for many years. And congratulations on that wonderful degree. And there is something else to say about that degree. Mike wrote a thesis which so intrigued his thesis advisor, Dr. Stacy Sowards, who is going to be the new department chair in September and who is presently the acting chair, that she suggested that it was publishable. And they ended up co-authoring, and it has been accepted for publication. And what's the rest?
I foolishly made an extensive quotation of this other nutcase writing in WorldNet Daily.
Aha.
Well, it wasn't WorldNet Daily, it was this high-level publication that they have. And so I'm waiting anxiously for that to come in the mail. I actually had to buy something from Worldnet Daily,
And
shipped in. It was promised overnight. It's been 5 nights. Hopefully it'll get here. But she's withholding submitting it because I don't have the pages for the chapter that I quoted.
okay, all right.
Okay.
However, see, live and learn. Gotta get
So
those
that's-
pages off the first time.
Right.
However, you are going to have a publication pretty shortly with a really, really outstanding co-author. Dr. Sowers named the top teacher in the Rocky Mountain region, one of the top 25 in Texas. Was it top 20 or top 25 in Texas? 20, whatever. Anyway, Dr. Sowers is super highly rated. Right after she finished her degree here, when she was my TA, I brought her into UTEP as my TA. She was a math major, had never had a communication course, took a double load her first semester to start filling up on communication courses, which she never had. She became a Fulbright scholar shortly after finishing here and has just done all sorts of glorious things. She's an outstanding lady, so I can't think of a better person to co-author with and learn from in terms of getting up into publication. I mentioned in my short remarks at the end of the show that I hope perhaps someday you and I would work on something together, and maybe with the help of good people like Dr. Sowers, we could come up with something and we might try to publish someday. I think there's a lot of potential in the forensics field. Anyway, round of applause for all of our graduates.
So Michelle and I put something together for both you and Mr. Brooks, but it won't be here until Wednesday of next week. It was supposed to be this week, but
You ordered that car I was telling you about.
I ordered 2. So, without further ado, though, I would like to present something that the forensics team put together for our team captain, Michelle Blanks. And this is for you.
Bravo.
Because we love you.
We love you. I know.
Thank you.
It means.
I love you.
Why is everyone staring at me?
Because everyone wants a hug for their participation.
Everybody's like, what?
High maintenance.
Oh. Rats. Oh, Pepsi.
Oh, Pablola.
Garza. Who saved the whales? Get up, Carlos. You too. Stranger.
That is that.
That's why I didn't want to come today.
Sweetie, I would have kept your wallet.
I would have kept it.
She would have kept your wallet. We would have split it.
Cutting that.
I get the good
I do.
So,
business.
I guess it's FAQ.
Oh, I know that way. What's enough mean
Oh.